Hey everybody, it's Dan with Pain For You. So today I want to talk about you can borrow mine, and I'll explain what I mean by that in a minute, but I've heard from a couple of you folks that you really like to take those couple of deep breaths and really just kind of get centered before you start watching this. So I'm going to turn the camera towards the woods and just kind of guide you through a few deep breaths. Breathe in the air, fresh air. Breathe in the health. Exhale the stress. Breathe in the happiness. Breathe out the self-judgment. Breathe in the joy and the peace. Breathe out the stress. Feel your feet on the ground. So, I want to talk about you can borrow mine. I get so many people that they've been on the TMS train for a while. You know, they've got, they understand what TMS is, they've got a belief, or they're brand new to it, and they haven't really gotten to the point where they can believe either, number one, that this whole TMS thing is real. Maybe they're still on the fence, or they do believe TMS. They even believe that they have TMS. But many folks who have been kind of trying this TMS approach and this mind-body approach for a while and haven't really had success, or maybe symptoms moved or changed, or maybe nothing's happened, it's really easy to get discouraged and lose your faith, your belief, your confidence that you can actually do something about it. So it's a lot of people who have said, all right, I embrace TMS, I embrace even that's what's causing my pain, but because they haven't gotten anywhere yet, they don't believe they personally have what it takes or will be able to eliminate the pain. And I know some folks who have been in pain for a long time. Just talked to a buddy of mine who's been in pain for 11 years. Still hasn't gotten it dialed in yet. And so what I just really want to encourage you to do is, if you can't find the belief and the confidence, borrow it from me. I absolutely believe all of you can get better. I believe you can all lose these symptoms and these pains and leave them behind. You know, I did a video a long time, my ultimate wish for you. My ultimate wish for you is that you forget about me completely and that you go on with your life and you just live pain-free and not worrying about any of this stuff. Forget about TMS, forget about me. Just go live your life. So, you can borrow mine, you can borrow my belief, you can borrow my confidence, you can borrow my conviction, right? I do know, hey, if I was able to get rid of pain after 13 years, just by keeping the faith and just by learning a little bit and trying some things, and look, there was plenty of times during those 13 years that I said pretty much, screw it, this isn't working, fuck it, right? And I'm sure there's many of you in that same exact mindset right now. Fuck it, this isn't working. I don't believe I can get better. Yeah, maybe this Sarno stuff works for some people, but it doesn't work for me. Trust me, I spent a lot of time in that space, and it's not fun. It's absolutely not fun, because you kind of feel like you're so close, but you just can't figure it out. And so, please, if you don't have the confidence, let me carry that confidence for you. If you don't have the belief that you can actually get better, let me carry that belief for you. I absolutely believe in you. I absolutely believe in everybody's ability to figure this stuff out. And for the most part, you know, I'm kind of the mindset guy. The less time you spend focusing on your symptoms, the less your brain is going to believe it's significant, and therefore it will start to loosen up those neural pathways. The mindset of indifference is so important. You know, it's been said to me that the mindset was really the missing link, the missing piece of the puzzle, because so many people will journal, or they'll feel their emotions, or do whatever process, and they meditate, and they do everything they can, and they read 2 hours a day of Sarno's books, and they're not getting anywhere. And inevitably, their mindset and their focus is still 100% on the pain, getting rid of it, trying to do this work and this process better and better, and I have to be perfect in it. And you'd be surprised at some of the questions I get, and it's like, well, Did I journal correctly? Here's a copy of it. And it's like you're trying too hard. The goal of journaling or any emotional discovery is to just feel your emotions, whatever that is. There's no right way of doing it. If you're feeling emotional and getting that anger or rage or sadness or guilt or whatever, and you're feeling it, then you're doing it right. Please don't second guess yourself. The fact that you did the emotional discovery and you still have pain doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It just means it's going to take a little while for your brain to get it and really understand that the emotions are safe. It takes a little bit of practice, takes a little bit of time. It takes a little bit of time to unwind these neural pathways. And in my opinion, one of the best ways you can do that is by just not giving a shit about the pain or the symptoms. Let it go. Who gives a fuck? Excuse my language, but really, who cares? You've lived through God knows how many days worth of pain already. And I said this to somebody else today. Your track record of getting through a bad day is 100%. You've made it through all the worst days so far. And if you're having a really bad day, so what? There's no sense in working yourself into a tizzy, freaking out about the symptoms, when in fact that's exactly the opposite of what you want to do. So just trust that, look, it's a bad day. Wow, this pain's kicking my ass. But you know what? I really don't care. I really don't care. And even if I can't get off the floor, I don't care. I'm not going to spend my entire day freaking out. And people will say, well, I can't put it out of my mind. It's always there. It's nagging. It's hurting so bad. And, some people are dealing with some really, really tough stuff. And yes, I know sometimes it's impossible to shift your focus away from the pain when it's screaming at you or punching you in the gut or in the back or, all that stuff. But you can choose your response. When you really know that it's TMS and there's nothing physically wrong, it's just your nervous system kind of going a little bit haywire, but it's not damaging. It just hurts like a son of a gun. Then you can kind of lay there and go, wow, this is unbelievable. It's almost fascinating how much pain the brain can create to distract you either from your emotions or to protect you from perceived dangers. And sometimes it's just these learned neural pathways that are they've learned how to keep on firing. The best way to stop that process is to not give a shit if you're hurt or not, and just shift your focus as often as possible away from the pain towards virtually anything else. Ideally, I love gratitude. What are the things, as you're laying there writhing in pain, you go, what am I grateful for? Whatever it may be, right? I've got a sunset that's starting to happen back behind those trees. I get a beautiful sunset every day on this side of the property. I get a beautiful sunrise over here, every morning. Now, I'm blessed because I don't have leaves on the trees yet, so I do get to enjoy the sunrise when it comes up. In the summer, this is all full of leaves. I won't see a darn thing. But then, I will be grateful for the beautiful wooded property behind me, right? Whatever it is you're grateful for, go there. Do not spend all day thinking about, being angry with, frustrated by, and spinning these stories in your head that I'll never get better, none of this shit's worked before, I'll never get better. We believe the things we think and say most often. So please don't spend your time thinking and saying how you'll never get better. Your brain is going to believe it. Trust me. So, borrow my confidence, borrow my belief system. Just know it's TMS. It's benign. It's not damaging. You're going to get better. And borrow my confidence. If that helps you, let my confidence carry you. Let my belief carry you until yours catches up. And one more thing about belief. Belief is a decision you can make. A belief is nothing other than a decision. So far you have made the wrong decision, which is, I don't believe I can get better. You've made that decision. And every time you repeat it, or every time you think it, you are repeating and confirming that that's my decision. And changing your mind and changing your belief is as easy as making a different decision. Now, we make different decisions all the time, right? You know, you go to the store. I think I'm going to get this shirt. It's blue. Okay, pick it up, walk around. You know what? I don't know if I like the blue. I'm going to put that back. I'm going to pick up a different color. I'm going to go with the green. I like green better. I feel like, you know, I want to wear green. It's a different decision. Now, that's very trivial. But look, it's still a different decision. You can change your mind and make a new decision anytime you want. So instead of carrying on and perpetuating this decision that I can't get better, I won't be able to get rid of this pain because I haven't yet, you can make a new decision. You can change your belief and say, well, you know what? I'm choosing to believe that I can. And remember the reticular activating system. It was the thing in our brain that basically scans our lives for evidence and confirmation that what we believe is actually true. So if you believe you can't get better, your brain's going to look for examples of that all day long, every day. So you got to make a new decision. Believe that you can get better. If you can't believe, just let my belief carry you. Say, well, Dan believes I can get better, so that's got to be good enough for now until I can catch up. And if you don't have the confidence yet, let my confidence carry you. So you can borrow my confidence, you can borrow my belief, even if you don't have it. So, I love you guys and gals. I'm going to encourage you to take another couple of deep breaths. Smile, shift your mindset. It's a shift in perspective here. So, breathe out the stress. Breathe in the confidence. Breathe out the doubt. Breathe in the belief. Breathe out the skepticism. Do that over and over again. And you will find that you're going to start feeling better. And confidence is addicting. A positive belief that you can do something is addicting. And get the mindset dialed in. Really, dial it in. Don't give a shit whether you're hurting or not today. I know it's bad. I know it can really be distracting, painful, agonizing. But don't give a shit. Because you know it's just TMS. So guys and gals, take another couple of deep breaths, feel your feet on the floor, be grateful. Today is another day, and I will see you in the next video. I love you, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.